Hey guys, I'm in a period where I just like do random videos out of nowhere, depending on what sits right with my spirit and whatever the hell else. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into the video. Yesterday I was with my coworker and I was on the hunt for some herbs because I'm about to go on a fast that involves nothing but water and herbs. And I was looking at Dr. Sebi's list of herbs to get, and I came across Irish moss slash sea moss. I think that they're the same thing. Long story short, I live in New York. I went to Fulton and Nostrand, and anybody who lives in New York knows that it's that long strip of stores and all that, and due to like the gentrification in Brooklyn, a lot of health food stores are surfacing, which also means that they are taking on a new trend wave of different herbs, different health foods, and one of them is sea moss. I've never gotten sea moss before in my life. I don't really know what it looks like. I've only saw it on the internet a few times. I've heard great things about it. So I was really excited to try it. Now guys, if you don't know what sea moss, I guess, looks like, kind of looks like this. I got mine from a health food store, and usually when I looked at it from the internet, it does have this like look of like seaweed, like brown seaweed or whatever. And honestly, that's the only type of sea moss I've ever seen on the internet. I haven't seen anything else, which is what I'm going to get into in the video earlier, because apparently they come in all colors. Now, when I bought the sea moss, I went online to find out what ways I can consume sea moss, because I mean, this shit looks like a pack of seaweed. Like, what do you do with this, you know? Like, I don't know nothing about that. So I mean, I came across this video while I was searching on how to consume it, and there's this woman, I forget what her name is, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think she has like Crown something in her name or whatever, I don't know. And she was making a video to warn people about purchasing fake sea moss. I'm over here like, they making fake sea moss now? Like, that's a thing? I had no idea. She goes into the video by testing out her sea moss to everyone, and she does this by burning it. So she's burning the sea moss in the video, and she's complaining. The first complaint that she named while burning the moss was that it smelled like plastic. Like, immediately after she burned it, she claims that her house smelled of plastic, that it stinked, and then she also complained that it was melting. So I automatically got paranoid, automatically got scared, and I ran to my sea moss and I started lighting that shit on fire just to see if it'll do any of the things that she named. And I noticed that it did turn black. And I put my nose up to it, and it kind of had a similar smell to plastic. I automatically freaked out. I started going on YouTube, looking up, like, you know, how to identify fake sea moss. I Googled it, nothing came up. That's literally, her video is literally the only video on there regarding how to identify fake sea moss. And there's another girl's video too, but she didn't burn her sea moss either. She I guess plainly, either, I think she blended it, and depending on what consistency you get out of blending it, that'll be able to determine how real or the quality of what your sea moss is. However, those are the only two videos I found on YouTube. Everyone else got their sea moss, they bought it, they are enjoying it, they're consuming it, they're blending it. No other videos on YouTube on how to identify fake sea moss. Now, this was driving me crazy, because even though I didn't really pay that much for the sea moss, it was only $5 a pack, I don't want to consume plastic. I think I'm good on that. So I automatically went into panic mode. I think I watched the Crown Ladies video, I want to say 5 to 10 times. Now here's my final point I'm getting to. This morning when I woke up, I looked at her video again, and I had some thoughts. I was like, okay, so she's telling us how to identify fake sea moss. However, she's not really telling us how to identify real sea moss either. So I mean, if you burn sea moss in it and you know, that's the way that you determine it's fake, how are we supposed to know it's real? How is real sea moss supposed to burn? You know what I'm saying? Like there was no type of proof of that whatsoever. Now she also said that in the comments, in her reply comments, that, you know, she also buys sea moss from a company called Purple, I think it's called Purple Sea Moss Paradise or something like that. Something Paradise Sea Moss or whatever with the letter purple in it. The word purple, the color purple. So I'm thinking, this is how I'm thinking. So you mean to tell me you went out and you bought fake sea moss, right? And you also buy from a company vendor called Purple Sea Moss Paradise, and you claim that that's actually real sea moss, right? So why didn't you bother to make a video on how that sea moss burns, how purple sea moss is supposed to burn, how you're supposed to use a chemical process on how to, I guess, test your sea moss? You only have us testing out how it's fake, but people like me who are just now getting into this herbal medicine and who are just now finding out what sea moss is and going out and purchasing it, we've never seen this stuff before. Okay, we didn't grow up in Jamaica or Grenada or Dominica. This is America. This is America. A lot of us are not exposed to this every day, so we're not gonna know how to tell if it's fake or if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? So if you're able to tell if it's fake, tell us how the real stuff is supposed to look. And she did not. That irritated me a lot. That to me was one red flag. Because you can't just you know, it's kind of irresponsible to make a video saying that something is fake and there's no evidence on how it's real or how real sea moss is supposed to look. Now, I just came home from work and I had some more thoughts on the video. I looked at it one final time, right? And the final time that I looked at it, I just noticed that she had complained about the smell and about how when she lighted it on fire, it was melting. I lit my sea moss on fire one more time. I did not see any melting. I didn't have a strong smell of plastic either. However, what I will say is when you put it up to your nose, it does have a similar smell to plastic, but it's not plasticky. Now, the way that my brain thinks, I don't know if I'm not a chemist, not a scientist or anything like that. The way that I think is this: you burn plastic, it's gonna melt. It's gonna melt. My sea moss did not melt. However, it did turn black, okay? And this is a video out to everybody who is also wondering how to determine if your sea moss is fake or if it's real, since there's no videos out there to let you know and you wind up being lost like how I was. If you suspect that your sea moss is fake or that it might be plastic, if you burn it and it starts melting, like how I guess the Queen ladies did, it's probably a bad sign that your sea moss is fake. I burnt mine a couple times. It turned black. It did not melt whatsoever. So that's a good sign. If you burn yours and it doesn't melt, that's a good sign that it's obviously not plastic, because plastic melts if you burns it. I don't know what plastic doesn't melt if you burn it, but mine's didn't melt, so that's good. Another thing is this. As crazy as it sounds, I took a chunk of my sea moss. I actually bit into it. I suspect that if you bite into plastic, it's gonna have a jelly, like a hard plastic texture or whatever. I don't know. I've never really bitten into plastic before, so kind of wouldn't know. However, what I will say is this: if you have real sea moss and you bite into it, it's not gonna have a regular jelly texture, because obviously, like, people who have sea moss and who have soaked it at night, they know it has like a jelly texture to it, you know. It sort of looks like this, kind of looks like little jelly pieces or whatever. Now, if you take anybody, I don't know if anyone else has thought to take a bite of their sea moss raw, but I did it just to test it out. You take a bite of that shit, it literally tastes like you're biting into a vegetable. Well, it doesn't taste, but when you bite into it, it's a certain texture that I don't think you can imitate with plastic. I don't know. Once again, I'm not a chemist. Don't know if they make that out there, but if you bite into your sea moss, and it has a similar texture to it if you were to bite into string beans, or if you were to bite into broccoli or any type of vegetable. If it has that vegetable texture to it, that's probably a good sign that you have real sea moss. I bit into mine. I automatically said, this is not fake. There's no way that this is fake, because if I'm biting into it and it kind of has like a stem like vegetable texture to it, like where you sink your teeth in it and it doesn't just, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a vegetable texture that you get when you bite into this. You're gonna know what I'm talking about. If you have real sea moss and you bite into it, you're gonna know the texture that I'm talking about. We've all tasted vegetables, we've all bit into vegetables. That's the texture you're gonna get when you bite into real sea moss. Now, I don't know about fake plastic sea moss. I don't know how that's gonna feel when you bite into it, but I know that that's what you get when you get real sea moss. So to conclude this video, I just want to say, you know, guys, with social media, I guess, increasing and things going viral and, you know, all this patriotism and activism and all that, and all this cancel culture, I think it's very important to have a mind of your own. It's very important to have a mind of your own when it comes to the internet, and not just to run with what someone else is saying, because I almost made that mistake. I almost made that mistake and thought, wow, she said it was fake. Wow, so that means I bought fake sea moss. No, test it out yourself, okay? Don't listen. I mean, I'm not saying that what she said was wrong. Her sea moss could very well be fake, and if it is, I'm sorry. I feel for her that she went and spent her money on fake sea moss. I do, but that's the last time. If there's anything that this sea moss thing has taught me, it's to not listen to other people so easily, and to always have a mind of your own. And that's the lesson that taught me. Always have a mind of your own. Test your own products out. Go out and explore your own products. Please stop relying on other people to do it for you. Have a mind of your own. So guys, be sure to refer back to this video if you are ever scared that you may have bought fake sea moss, or like if you're like lost and you don't know how to consume, well, I'm just now learning how to consume it or whatever, but like I said, I didn't really find that many videos online regarding how to tell if you have authentic sea moss or not. And I was lost, and I thought that I had to get the purple kind just to feel elite, and just to, you know, have better quality and all this other type of stuff. No. Like I said, we don't live in Jamaica. We don't live in these good islands where this stuff grows. So it's very important that we educate ourselves on a daily basis regarding these herbs. However, have a mind of your own, okay? Have a mind of your own at all times. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope I shed some light on whatever was going on regarding the consuming of your sea moss, and I hope you guys have a good day and happy healing. Bye bye.